Hey YouTube, Dave Wall here with Wall Digital Media, and when I'm not building Legos or shooting and editing TV commercials or building Legos, I already said building Legos. I build a lot of Legos. Or talking about music and pop culture, I am the Media and Tech Director at Northway Church in Macon, Georgia. Now, today I want to tell you how we do our digital signage. Alright, so digital signage. I know you've walked into a business or a church or a restaurant and seen the menu, information about the business or events at a church scrolling on a television that's hanging sideways like a poster. Now, there are several digital signage companies that will sell you a board, and they have various ways of updating that board online. And it's very cool, it's very convenient, but it's also very expensive. So this is a way where you can do it very cost effectively with normal flat screen televisions. Now, we bought some LGs from a local company, Ken's Audio Video, and they came in and ran power and hung them for me in a vertical format. And so, you can get a 55-inch TV, which is roughly about the size of a 24 by 36 poster. You can get TVs for like a couple of $100s now, and these digital signboards run in the thousands. And they all have, USB. So what we do is we run our events off a flash drive, either through a slideshow, or I'll create a movie file for the television and run that off the USB. And now I'm going to show you how easy it is to do that in an editing program like Final Cut Pro. I'm sure there's several other programs that will allow you to do it this way, but let's show you that. All right, so here we go. So I've got Final Cut Pro open, and I have a project here. We are going to do a vertical project that is 1080 by 1920, and as you see, that gives you the poster size, which is basically a television turned sideways. Now I've already got a project open, so we're going to go to that, and you'll see how I've built everything. You just build it like you normally would do any kind of video editing. You're just building on a vertical timeline, or vertical canvas, so to speak. And so the thing about this is whenever you download graphics or videos, I use a lot of stock footage sites like Envato, Digital Juice, Storyblocks. You'll see that there's the actual footage, and what you'll want to do is just center it on what you want it to show the most of. So there's some coffee beans for our coffee shop. Of course, I've got it centered, so you're going through the beans and the most of the steam there. And then I've got a coffee cup, some coffee going in, and you'll see that's also, I wanted to be able to see the coffee pouring in, so, and you still know it's a coffee cup there. There's a guy fidgeting with his phone for our social media graphics to come in. So basically, yeah, you just build everything like that. Now the TV that we use, when it does its loop of the video you make, it will put up some information from the TV again for a couple of seconds. So what I do is I go ahead and loop the loop, so to speak, on mine and repeat the information several times, so I have a longer file, like 3 to 5 minutes, so it's not constantly showing that information on the screen every 30 seconds or so. Of course, you can make this file as long as you want to. So in Final Cut, once I'm finished with this, I'll export the file just like this, and then I'll create a new timeline that is horizontal, 1920 by 1080, just like you would on a regular video. And then I would import the file I just made and drag it in. And you'll notice, and Final Cut Pro does this automatically, is it automatically scales your video for the height. So even though it says the scale's 100%, it's not 100%. This is much less than 100%. So what you need to do is rotate your video, and in Final Cut Pro I have found that that is negative 90 degrees. And because it scaled it for the height, it's going to be too small. And like I say, even though this says the scale is 100%, it is not. So do not worry about your resolution getting fuzzy when you blow this up, because it still has all the pixels of a 1920 by 1080 video project. So I have figured out that you need to scale it up to 180%, and that will fill the screen. So then you export that. So there's your video file for your television. You'll just export that like you would any other video. And the TVs we use, the LGs, they require MP4. So I just run the video through a converter. I use Wondershare video converter, and export as an MP4, and then just put it on the flash drive. And it works great. It works really well. And another thing on the TVs, once you get those mounted, it's hard to get back into the back sometimes, but change out the flash drives all the time. So I found some USB extender cables, and I put those on there so you have really easy access to the flash drives. And once you do that, you just get into your media menu on whatever television brand you're using, and just play your show, play the movie. And there'll be some settings. Sometimes it'll be set to automatically loop, or you may have to go into the TV settings and tell it to loop. I know on Sony, I think you have to tell it to loop, but the LG seems to loop automatically. So there you have it. Very cost-effective digital signage for your business, your church, or your restaurant. And it's super easy to do. So I hope you like this video. Like, subscribe, share it, and I'll see you on the next one.